Today's video is actually a segment from a bigger project I've been working on, play-by-play proof that LeBron James is the reason the Lakers were swept. Members, you've likely already seen this, but I couldn't resist sharing a sneak peek with everyone due to the fact that I can stop at any time in the game and apply the points that I'm making. And it's taking a while to break down these games play by play, but that's part of the point. I was halfway through the second period of Game 4 when the ridiculous sound bites from Mind the Blame podcast and First Take came out. And without any extra effort, without searching for the most opportune time in the game or a specific play, I just kept going straight forward and inserted those sound bites in order to show that the sound bites were absolutely ridiculous. In order to make fun of LeBron James and Stephen A. Smith and show that what they're saying is utter nonsense, I just continued straight forward from where I was already at. And guess what? LeBron James continues to demonstrate that everything coming out of his mouth and Stephen A.'s mouth is BS. What's my point? LeBron is shit. Like, not every now and then, not in a cherry picking way, but like the vast majority of the game. His lack of effort, his lack of involvement, it's evident the vast majority of the game. He not only wasn't the team leader, he not only wasn't great, there's a stronger argument to be made that he was the worst player on the court. All right, here we go. Here is a segment from the video I already made, and as you're watching it, ask yourself, what percent of the time is LeBron James essentially worthless?
I feel like we were just out talent.
Anybody seeing a pattern here? And yes, these are all different plays. I'm continuing to move sequentially through the game. This is just how LeBron James is on the court. I'm not sure if you noticed the detail that LeBron James left while the ball was still loose, while they were still fighting for rebounds. How often is he the first one that leaves? And how often does he leave before the play's even over? Now, if you want to make excuses for LeBron James, that's one thing. But to make excuses for him and say that he led this team while he's doing crap like this, come on.
Locked in on what we needed to do.
Okay, you ready to see astonishingly bad defense yet again? That's LeBron's guy. He's still wide open. I know I should move on from this play, but we've got to talk about LeBron's laziness and low basketball IQ. You see his head turn? He sees Caruso out of the corner of his eye. You know what his reaction is? Absolutely nothing. Absolutely nothing. He just nonchalantly fades into his designated spot of nowhere land. And of course, that's going to lead to points for the other team. Is that high IQ basketball? Is not responding to the situation, is not responding to stimuli to your surroundings an indicator of high IQ basketball? How else would this end? Like, oh, I've got to defend the perimeter. How about the guy who's about to go uncontested to the rim? How about the guy who's waving in the air for the alley-oop? Because he's like, oh, I've got low IQ old man James on me. Throw me the lob.
Locked in on what we needed to do.
Caruso swings it around McCain.
Guys, look at LeBron. Like, he ran out on the shooter in this case. Wow. He moved on defense. That's kind of amazing. And he thinks he's done. He will not return to this play, even though they fight for the loose ball for quite a while longer. He never re-engages. He never puts forth any more effort.
I left everything I could out on the floor. They didn't out physical us. They didn't outsmart us. I feel like we were just out talent, by OKC. They just possessed so much more talent.
Yeah. This is what LeBron recalibrating with his family looks like, by the way. Oh, boy. Well, I'm about to go off the rails here, but this seems like a good time to insert this disgusting bit. And speaking of disgusting, Steve Nash, other than the fact that you have to live with yourself being a piece of trash, this has got to be the easiest job. You just sit there and nod and say, yeah. Like, whatever LeBron needs to hear, Steve Nash is there to say, yeah. And besides LeBron James continuing to seem to lose his ability to speak the English language, like more and more, I want to talk about First Take. responding to this.
But he's right. They were clearly out-talented. But to say they weren't outworked, even LeBron James was probably going to sit back right in this moment and be like, damn, he got a point. When I say this, DeAndre Ayton's on your squad, bro. I mean, really, we going to sit.
Do you hear the relief coming from Kendrick Perkins laughing? And look at Jay Will reach for his elbow when they ask Stephen A. to respond to this. They're like, be calm, bro. Be calm. He might criticize your buddy, your homie, your boyfriend. And Jay Will is the other boyfriend. And Stephen A. Smith is another boyfriend. It's quite the relationship that those four have going on. If any of you have watched any of my breakdowns so far, is there anyone on the Lakers who put in less effort than LeBron James? And yet, here, instead of criticizing LeBron James, let's throw someone else under the bus, DeAndre Ayton. And no matter how good or how bad DeAndre Ayton was, or you want to argue, he's not worse than what I'm showing you LeBron James do, which is literally nothing. Let's also understand that this is the same media that has supported players saying that, oh, the fans don't support us enough and the fans are too critical of us and they just hate on us, so why should we perform? Dude, when it comes to saving LeBron's ass, no one hates on other players more than these guys. They will completely shit on anyone without facing any consequences.
Twister. It will be the Lakers' ball.
Ayton helping Reeves up is by itself more effort than LeBron James put in. LeBron James is on the other side of the court. He has nothing to do with the fact that the Lakers ended up getting this ball. Lakers had possession of this ball because of the effort of the guys you see on the screen. LeBron left before the play was over, and you're shitting on these guys instead of him?
Daganov has done very well over there, is empowering different guys throughout the season, but throughout...
Boy, no one's more upset about this turnover than LeBron James. No one's working harder to get that loose ball than LeBron James. Oh, wait, no. LeBron effed up, and he doesn't try.
I left everything I could out on the floor.
This is the very next sequence in the game, and it ends in a shot clock violation because of the Lakers' defense. Now, I can't show you the whole thing or I'll get copyright, but here it is again. And you tell me who is the player not doing anything. Oh, the guy who's fucking gone, maybe?
I left everything I could out on the floor, locked in on what we needed to do.
The Lakers' defense accomplished a shot clock violation on the Thunder without LeBron James even participating. And all I hear in the media, it's how everyone else on the team was garbage. It's astonishing to me how players continue to allow LeBron and the media to crap on them when LeBron is exactly what they're describing. And there's where LeBron is. He's been down there for a while, just waiting for the rest of the team that was hustling to finally get down there, while he continues to do nothing. I'm breaking up that play with other footage really quick, just so I don't get a copyright, but we're going to come back to it starting exactly where I left off. And LeBron has still not moved. He's still in the corner, just watching, waiting. Hey, he asks for the ball. That was LeBron's effort.
So 2 tough passes by LeBron and AR on the last 2.
McCain, 3.
What's the pattern, people? By now you can tell me. First of all, it's LeBron on blown defense, finally waking up and getting out there too late. And then after he makes this one-time effort, he's done. He thinks he's done. And the Thunder get the rebound and the Thunder score while LeBron isn't there.
We were not outworked. We were not, they didn't out physical us. They didn't outsmart us.
Hartenstein up there trying to grab it. Back to McCain. Another triple. Book it.
We were not outworked.
Stop saying we. You're not a part of that team. Like, even though you're on the roster, you keep yourself separate. You're not working. You're the first one to leave. You're the last one to get back. And you're always there to throw your entire team under the bus. There is no we. And you know when he says we were just out-talented.
If we're being completely honest, we were out-talented.
He's not talking about himself. You know he's not including himself in that. He should be, but you know egomaniac doesn't mean himself. Here's a replay. I see other Lakers fighting for the loose ball. And you know what? If that one Laker who never gets criticized had been there to stop that ball from going straight to an open man instead of being at the other end lazily waiting, this three might have been prevented.
It's Marcus Smart lasering it in. LeBron double. Rebound Hartenstein off to Wallace.
This is unbelievable.
We've been completely honest. We were out talented.
You know what? I guess you're right. And you know, Marcus Smart's up here doing a great job as a point guard. He delivers a great pass. And the only thing missing is him throwing his shoulders in disgust the way LeBron does every time his teammates don't do what he thinks they should have done.
They didn't out physical us. They didn't outsmart us. I feel like we were just out talent,
We were out talent. I'm sorry, I got to spend more time on this soundbite because, boy, he gave me a lot to work with.
They didn't out physical us. They didn't outsmart us.
There we go. A guy talking about smartness right after saying out physical. What is out physical us? I mean, I am preparing an entire summer of reacting to LeBron's interviews because I really think this guy's brain is shutting down from all the peds. Speaking of, I don't think peds are the only thing he's spending money on, because this is the dude at 25.
Something is wrong here.
He doesn't end there. He drops one more.
We were just out talent.
Out talent. Cool, man. Good soundbite. Pretty terrible defensive breakdown by the Thunder, too. Shame. Your leader couldn't take advantage. It's all your fault, Ayton. Whoa, slow down there, LeBron. Working too hard as a leader out there.
We were not outworked.
He does nothing for so long that I have to break the sequence up to avoid copyright again. Okay, here's the rest of it.
6.5. Snaking his way in.
It's all your fault, Rui. Hey, Rui, take a cue from your quote-unquote leader. Go hide in the corner and do nothing. You won't get blamed.
23rd season.
Okay, so after all that singing for LeBron James, here are the Lakers scoring without him doing anything at all. I mean, look at him. And what percent of the game would you say this is what he's been doing? I feel like I've shown play after play after play. We might be at 85% of the game. This is what he does, which is nothing.
I left everything I could out on the floor, locked in on what we needed to do. My teammates allowing me to lead them.
I need a follow-up from Uncommon Sense to the whining and flopping. How about standing and walking? You gotta love the Karen putting his hands on his hips pose that he does all the time, too. All right, LeBron is out. The Lakers almost immediately cut this to a 6-point lead.
Just communication out there, moving their feet. You're making every possession tough on the Lakers.
DeMar DeRozan had numbers from mid-range shooting. There's Reeves on an elimination game for the Lakers. Reeves, the crossover, the drive.
Even when you play great.
Push to allow them not to be able to get back to. And this is what OKC, this is why they're dangerous, because what they do on the defensive end of the floor.
It's Smart with it.
All right, they've got it down to a 6-point lead, but JJ puts LeBron back in, and Smart just got fouled there, so the Lakers are going to get the ball on their side, but here's LeBron.
Against Dort.
Well, LeBron coming back in saves it from looking like they cut it down to a 4-point lead with him out. But like I said, the Lakers had the ball out, and this is what LeBron contributed to that play. That was all Austin Reeves. And how come Austin Reeves can take Dort face-to-face off the ball and the GOAT can't? Oh, there's Mr. Helpful, team leader, the guy who left it all on the court.
Neither team shooting well. Clearly. Reeves off balance, Mitchell the foul.
I left everything I could out on the floor.
Back to the right, and that little
Standing and whining and whining and standing.
Whining, crying, flopping, dropping, whining, crying, flopping, dropping, whining, crying, flopping.
Locked in on what we needed to do.
All right, there's a couple of minutes from the second period. project breakdown that I did. There's a lot more where that came from. Once all 4 periods are done, I will release them to the public. In the meantime, members are getting a first look, and this is just a tiny segment of the project. Thanks for the support. Whining and walking and walking and whining and walking and whining.